Hope you're proud of yourself.
It's out now.
What'd you do that for?
Got tired of it.
Oh well, we're going to end that. We're going to end that right here. No, I got tired of it. Why?
I wanted something better.
Okay. You act like there's something wrong with that. There's nothing.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just whenever you're running this season against pocketbooks, you got to kind of do a little bit of an upgrade.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to do here. Stay tuned for that.
On a Tuesday night,
At
midnight.
12:12.
Yes. So tomorrow, I'm gonna pull the transmission out.
Hopefully clean it. Jesus Christ.
But tomorrow I'm gonna clean transmission, I guess, and clean all my mess up, put my tools up. Hunter's gonna go home. He's got big boy stuff to do tomorrow. Right?
Got to keep things like this on the track.
You take people's stuff apart so they have to spend more money?
I got overnight parts for now.
Anyway, we'll catch y'all tomorrow. So, today's Wednesday. Worked all night. Had my job half today, well, most of today. We were getting ready to set that in. And I was like, I'm going to take my fuel pump and my power steering pump off, and I'm going to bolt them to the front of the engine and set all the belts up in the floor instead of trying to lean over the car. So I take my fuel pump off, and there's a bearing that sits in here that the fuel pump shaft goes through. This bearing was basically seized up. So I took it apart, cleaned it, put some wet graphite in there where it'll dry, and this will get me by until I can get a bearing or a shaft for this fuel pump, because this is a Jones pump that makes some killer stuff, but that bearing got dirt in it and it was absolutely awful. So it's good now. It'll let me race this weekend. Hunter's bringing me some header bolts. I've got to go to the store and get some motor mount bolts, and then we're gonna set the engine in tonight. Thanks to Hunter and PPM, we'll have a bell housing and a starter tomorrow, and hopefully fire it up Friday. So still got to go get a carburetor, but hopefully fire it up on Friday. So I will catch y'all later or tomorrow.
What's going on, everybody? As you can tell, there's a different jalopy in this old jalopy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What time is it? What day is it?
I don't know the day.
Today's Thursday.
Thursday at 12:45 in the morning. So we're we got this thing in here finally. Got a little bit of some compilations.
Fitment issues.
Yeah.
He's tired. Let's look over him.
Well,
But
yeah, had some issues. Go ahead, Cal. Take it away.
fan doesn't fit, just like it didn't fit with the other engine. So we got some machining to do on some parts that I guess I'm the only one that ever has to machine on anything. But we'll fix that. It's nobody's fault but our own. And I'll be back at it tomorrow while Hunter's working, and he's gonna go grab a carburetor for me because he's just a wonderful person like that, right, Hunter? You know, got to take advantage of him like everybody else. So anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay, so what we got going on this morning? This is Thursday, by the way. As you've seen, we got the engine in last night, and no fault of Jones's, because they make some killer products. It's the fault of Kyle putting things in cars that they don't belong in. My fan doesn't fit. I ran into the same problem with the LS and had to machine a bunch of really nice parts. So I have to machine some more parts. So the way this works is there is Let me get you. There's a nut that goes on here. It's keyed. Okay, had to answer the phone, so let me move this because I put this in wrong. But all this is keyed. There's a spacer that goes here, and then you have the nut to be able to turn the engine over if you got to adjust the valves or whatever. And then on this end, there's a little washer in there too. But on the end, there's a bolt. So this sticks way out. Well, when you put the fan on, it's going to hit all the way back into here. So, and it's going to hit all the way back into here because my radiator's so close and I can't move it. So I'm going to machine all this down to where this is the only thing there besides the bolt. But I want to take a little meat, if it's focused, take a little meat out of here and very little meat out of here. And then I'm going to machine the bolt head down, and then I'll fix all my problems. So we'll see how this goes. So what we're going to end up taking off this mandrel is about this much, and then I will just have to, I'll just have to chamfer the whole in and out, and then I'll turn the face of this down a little bit and probably leave the rest of it alone. And then I will turn this bolt head down because the bolt head just holds the cap on, so there's not really any pressure on it. It's not like it can snap the bolt head. So let's go from there. So
we got our taxes done and
did you, Jeff?
didn't have to pay in this year.
Good. All right, that's a win. So anyway, that's Jeff's grand appearance today. So I got that much took off and machined the end of the washer right here, and then took about half the bolt head out. So that should give me the clearance that I need. So we'll bolt that up and see what happens. Okay. So got all that done. What am I saying? I'm saying Hunter's gonna get me a fan spacer, and I think that's it for the front drive, and then I can put the fan on. So we got that done. It's much closer now, and it should clear everything. So I guess we will see from there. I'm gonna go get my wonderful self some lunch and come back and see what else I can get finished. I've got to make a trip to my cousin's and use this sandblaster to sandblast the headers. And the motor mounts are still loose because I've still got to put a bell housing and stuff in. I know what I'll do. I'll go pressure wash the old transmission because I got to swap the bell housings and stuff. So that'll be next, and we'll go from there. It's Thursday, by the way, at 12 something. I don't even know. 12, yeah. See y'all in a bit. So, we're at a standstill because the bell housing kit I bought didn't come with any bolts. So I had bolts to bolt the engine to the bell housing, but I don't have any bolts to bolt the coupler, and I don't have any bolts to bolt the starter on. It comes with none of that. So what else we got done, Hunter?
Put a carburetor on it. Got the fan on, running fuel, plumb that. I got the radiator back in. Other than that, the car's still sitting where it's at.
Yeah.
The motor's bolted in though.
Oh yeah.
Had to make some adjustments on that.
It's in. We lack bell housing, transmission, headers. And tomorrow is.
Got Good old Friday. Down to the last minute as always.
God, he looks happy, doesn't it? So, anyway, maybe he'll be in a better mood tomorrow since it's Friday, and I'll take him to get. What are you gonna go get tomorrow night?
Mixie wing.
I'll take him to get Mexi Wing if we get to fire the car up. No. We're going to Mexi Wing tomorrow night regardless. So I guess we'll fire the car up Saturday.
And then we're going to practice.
Then we're going to go practice. And I still haven't got a battery for the open trailer. And I haven't even put the car on the trailer to see if it fit. It might be going on a rollback. So I'll catch y'all tomorrow.
What do you want me to say? We're going to go get an apple fritter and chocolate milk. Anyways, guys, let's go over here to Cheddar. Where to start? Yeah. So, it's Friday night, technically Saturday morning, 2:30 in the morning. We'll say 2:30. Kyle did not get radiator hoses today. Gonna grab them in the morning. Gotta fill it up with the old agua. Gotta put the El Hetero on. Tighten down them bolts right there. The little Waterman bolts. Look at that. Look at that. Purple top, orange bottles, huh? With the good old Willie. This guy. Trying to do content makes the most noise. Hey, at least he's wearing safety glasses for once. Put the header on, tighten down the engine bolt, motor mount bolt, sorry. Look at her. In all her glory. Cheddar and the block that made her. Anywho, so, got our Jones fuel pump put back on. Had to get us a little 2.5-inch fan spacer. Used our, of course, our old power steering pump. Yeah, everything else really, like we said, we had to kind of make modifications to make this small block fit in this car. Ain't the right child. So it's took us half the night to fix that and to finish that. By the way, when you buy a Dan Olson fuel or oil pan, you better ask them what size fitting is in the side of this thing. Just a FYI. Because that wee little lad right there has caused us some issues tonight. We don't know what size thread that is. Looked on forums, websites. Dan Olson's website, it does not tell you what thread that is. So we're running without an oil temp sensor this weekend. And Monday we'll figure it out and hook it back up. Other than that, old Cheddar's got some tires being put on her with the old purple wheels. Look at that. Already in the stance. Turn her right. She's already turned right. She's ready. She knows what's up. Got to put some fuel in it. And get her loaded up. Do a bolt check. Get her loaded up. We got to bleed the clutch. Forgot about that. And that little thingy up there, the little thing says fuel is shut off. So don't forget that, Kyle.
Set pinion angle.
Oh, got to set pinion angle. Okay, so we got actually a little longer laundry list than I thought. Then we're going to be loaded up heading to Mountain View for practice. Hopefully. So, guys, hang out with us as we will give you a final update on this as Kyle is going to put the old copper glue on the headers. But stick around with us as we will give you more updates and even give you content later on from the practice this weekend.
Well, Hunter, you think we need a starter?
We need a lot of things.
And a starter's one.
Well, we stopped at the old Subway. We're open trailering it. That was experience, but we done, bud.
Come take a picture of this hot rod here and got the pizza. Got a freaking sweet tea. Got cookies in the bag.
Subway sandwiches. So, what's the thoughts on the past 3 or 4, or 2 to 3 in the morning nights, and our rush to get to practice with an hour left because we couldn't get the clutch bled, and I was irritable for no reason, and the front end's completely not even set. It's about 1.5 inches too high. So, what's your thoughts on the car?
If we can work out the kinks that we know it has and learn with the new combination we have, I think we can have a good season.
Motor felt good. We had the wrong gear in it, so it was about 400 or 500 RPM below where it should have been. Could have got out of the corner a little better. I did lose it twice, but we were on brand new tires that we hadn't even put a heat cycle in, and I just sent it. So, but our whole purpose tonight was to shake your car down because we put several new parts on it, swapped the engine, as you can see. Changed a lot of weight around. We didn't even get a chance to scale it or do anything. But for a base setup, we'll say, like how it would leave the shop minus the front end being way out, I'm pretty happy.
It's a fact.
Pretty happy. So we'll have to see how the season goes. We're gonna do a few things to it and set the front end back up, and then our first race will be next weekend.
Yep.
And we'll get to really see what we feel about the car, because it's real hard to judge when you're out there by yourself. But it went around the bottom good, and we all know I like the catfish, so I'm excited to still be able to get around the bottom and around the top.
Good round. Right?
So I believe that's it for this weekend. We'll piddle around in the shop someday this week. We got a lot of cleaning up to do, and we'll go from there. So hope y'all had a good weekend, enjoyed some racing, went to a practice, went to a race. It's kicked off wide open. So go ahead and let that out, bud.
What?
That yawn. You boy,
I held it in.
shut the door on that one. So we are gonna absolutely do nothing. I plan on tomorrow, except for working a little, doing absolutely nothing. That sound good?
I might come wash the car. Get it up on the pit lift, wear the tires off, grind them, wash them.
Oh, wow. Okay. So tomorrow, we're gonna wash the dust off of it because there's no mud on it. But we're gonna wash.
The nose is spotless.
Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look how clean this is. So Hunter's gonna come wash the dust off of it. Then we'll put it back in here and put it up on the lift and pull the wheels and tires off of it because we do have some tire work to do. And then we'll nut and bolt the whole car and make sure that everything's good. We got to trim the breather rock guard, and the rest of it will be done on the ground. So we'll get it done. Ain't that right, Mr. Hunter?
That's it, bud.
So y'all have a good week.
Thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of practice that we got to get in there. We only had an hour. But thank you to all the sponsors, SNK Auto Care, Soto's Dirt Works, RPM Customs, Integrity Septic and Drain, Lee's Keys, Central 10 Machine Works, CMB Mobile Trucking, PPM Racing Suspension, and J2 Graphics. An American Racer by PPM. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to all you guys that watch the videos. Thank you to everybody over on the music symbol that's been sticking with us. I know this off season's been weird for not videoing and not doing a whole lot. But thank you all for watching. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we will see y'all on the next one. Peace out, penguins.